Our last canine guest today is, I'm gonna say it, he's my favorite dog right now. It's undeniable. I'm in love with Abraham. He is one of our younger dogs. He is about 7 to 9 months old. And he is, I think, what most people think that they're gonna get when they get a puppy. Like super affectionate, wants to lick your face, wants to sit in your lap and crawl all over you, wants to give you hugs, is obsessed with playing with toys and loves to toss them up in the air and chase them, and he slides all over the floor. He's just a bundle of energy. He is very treat motivated. He takes treats very nicely. He does know sit already. We've been working on some other things like touch and find it, and he's picking up all of those things very quickly. But he can be a little bit of a nervous dog too. When he first comes into new places, he's a little bit wary. He likes to kind of observe. Meeting new people the first time, he's like, you got some treats though. You win him over pretty quickly. He's not a hard sell in that regard. Like we were doing our testing for our processing, he was afraid of the fake hand. So he couldn't test him to see if he was food aggressive or anything like that because the hand freaked him out, which is not uncommon. It's not a real thing. It's a little bit weird. Sometimes he can be a little bit unsure of other dogs. If they're, loud and in his face, he's a little bit fearful of that. But with proper introductions, he seems to do fairly well. He has a lot of potential, but again, he's still a young dog and he's a little under-socialized, so he needs to learn that hats aren't scary and that sunglasses are okay and umbrellas and different noises and things like that. That's an important part of getting a puppy or an adolescent dog, is making sure that they know that all of these things that we deal with in the world on a daily basis are good and mean good things and are safe, and they're not things to be fearful of. And sometimes when dogs come into the shelter, they miss out on that critical part when they're young, so we have to work a little bit harder when they're older. I don't think it's going to be a big issue with Abraham, but it is something that he does need to work on.
So from when he first arrived, he has definitely changed. What are some of the changes he's made?
So Abraham arrived on the 6th of February, and when he first came in, he was terrified. He was trembling. He was so physically fearful that he was trembling and trying to hide underneath of his bed. Unfortunately, he was a little too big, so that was a struggle for him. So we implemented a lot of different things to kind of help calm him down and relax him. So we covered part of his kennel so that he had a safe hiding zone where he could avoid strangers and people, other dogs if he wanted to. We turned on some very calming, relaxing music for him, and I started getting him out every day. So just getting him exposed to other areas and people and learning to trust. And relatively quickly, within a week, I would say he made a big turn. But then he was in a kennel that was very busy with dog traffic, and some of the dogs like to be brave and gloat about their walks when you're in your kennel, and that was a bit of an issue for him. So we moved him to a kennel with a lot less traffic, and now he is very relaxed and calm and happy. So there are lots of little things that you can do to make the animals more happy and content and manage, with management, not only in your home, but here in the shelter. And I think a lot of people are concerned that we don't necessarily always do those things, but this is just to assure people that yes, when we see things, we want to make sure that the animals are feeling comfortable and happy until they find their forever home. Like we treat them like they're our pets here, and we want to make sure that they're happy and content while they're staying here with us. If you want to meet with Abraham and you think that he would be a good addition to your household, again, the first step is going to be to make those appointments, and you can do that by going to visit fcac.as.me. You can also find downloadable applications there, so you can download those, fill them out, have them ready to go in case you see your perfect forever pet here